Yo, 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 once again, we're back. This is With Just the Messengers podcast. Of course, I'm Mo.
I'm Mike.
Once again, we in here, man. We got my dog, Drew Money, on the boards.
Yes, sir. How y'all living?
Hey, man, we living good, man. It's Super Bowl Sunday. You know, we finna get off here and get some food in a minute, man. How y'all feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling real good.
It's been a week of ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? Before we get into anything, we just got to say rest in peace to Kobe Bryant and also Gigi Bryant.
Yes.
Also, everyone else who was affected by the tragedy that happened last week Sunday.
Yeah, shout out to those families who lost, the 7 other people that died on that helicopter.
So yeah, man. We lost Kobe Bryant, y'all. I don't even know. It don't even seem real saying that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It still don't feel real.
Like,
Still don't.
I was saying, like, I felt like, I was gonna see Kobe like get like old and gray. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had him being a real active in the Lakers organization, like, or being a coach one day. Like, you never know, but. He was already coaching his daughter's team, and
Yeah, you want him to coach UConn.
Yeah. I had hopes and dreams, like, for real. Like, I said that several times on here, like, but sometimes when people have a higher calling, so like I said, man, this shit, it don't even feel real saying this shit. Like,
nah, it doesn't.
Like when we was at brunch,
Yep.
when all this happened, like I put my phone down. I didn't believe it at first, like. I was like, yo, what is this? Like, I put my phone down. I picked it up again. And I was like, man, this something ain't right, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
the way that shit was reported was just so crazy.
yeah.
I didn't believe it all because it came from TMZ. So I was like, all right, man.
And that's
But TMZ be on point with that type of shit, though. Like, we don't like it because it's TMZ. But at the same time, like TMZ's owned by lawyers. So they not just going to put nothing out that's false. They might be distasteful.
Well, hold on now. They did put out that false shit about Wayne dying some years back. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. I think didn't they have like some lawsuits behind that or something like that?
I think they might have had some lawsuits.
Yeah, but I mean, with the exception of that, like they pretty on point with that type of shit. Like they broke Michael Jackson news first. Like I think they broke Whitney first. Like they be on.
Shit, I heard about that from 106.
They be on point like with a lot of that type of shit, man. So it's like, unfortunately,
that
this was
Kobe
true.
Shit hit me hard. I didn't know Kobe would have hit me like that, bro. Like, it's just unbelievable, dog.
Yeah, like
it's just unbelievable. It's like when I was listening to Skip Bayless on Undisputed, and he said, he was like, I told myself, like, if Kobe can die, then I can die too. And it's kind of like, well, of course you can die, but it's like some people you didn't really feel like, they would go out like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah.
Kobe was one of those people.
Yeah.
Like, you could literally just be talking to somebody, they be gone the next day. That shit is crazy. He just had congratulate Braun on passing him, and that shit
Braun
was just wild.
had a lot of good words for him, after the Madison Square Garden performance. And
Yeah, that shit hit me hard. I got my tears out that afternoon.
it's just crazy, man. Like you said, like like how Skip was saying, like when you see Kobe, when you don't feel like Kobe could die, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a few people that you feel like that about. So like when it actually happened, it's like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, even when I first saw it on my phone, and I was like, that nigga survived that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how like, I look at Kobe. Like, he would be the one to pop out the situation unscathed, like, you know what I'm saying? Or like, granted, like some minor injuries or something like that, but shit crazy, man. Like, for real.
It really hit me hard when I found out his daughter was on there. But it was a lot of trash media reporting that day.
Horrible reporting.
Poor
Rick
journalism.
Fox had died, and all
They
four of his daughters.
all four.
On there.
Like, that's crazy.
I'm like, y'all don't know which other people in media, ABC News, all of them deleting tweets, putting tweets back up,
that's
deleting
crazy.
tweets, putting tweets back up. So it was just everybody want to be first, and I think that's kind of tasteless because especially the fact that Vanessa didn't know yet.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like in a situation like that, the family should know first.
The sheriffs actually threw the media under the bus. They was like, y'all
imagine scrolling on your TL.
Yeah, like y'all not even
loved ones had died.
y'all not even letting us conduct our job correctly, and in fact, like, y'all making the situation worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a it's not a race to see who can say this shit first, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think about this Denzel Washington quote that I heard like a long time ago. He was on the red carpet one day, and he was talking to the media, and they asked him a question, and it wasn't the fact that they asked him the question. It was the fact that they was so anxious to get an answer to the question, and he was like, "Yo, like, you know, with y'all being in the media, like, yeah, it's your job. It's your job to, you know, collect news and collect information, but it's also y'all responsibility to make sure that it's correct. Y'all, we all want to be the first one to, you know, break these news and break these, you know, these situations going on. But at what cost are y'all doing this at? You know what I'm saying? Are y'all even? It's not even the fact that, you know, making sure that that the information is correct. Is who's first. So now it's like, you know, y'all not even confirming anything. It's just, oh, this happened with no sources. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's dangerous, man.
Very. It's just you know, I appreciated all the stories that a lot of the people had about Kobe, like Shaq, Tracy McGrady, Chris Paul his post had really moved me. I mean, everybody pretty much. That just goes to show you what type of person Kobe was.
I wasn't ready to read Lamar Odom post, bro. I really wasn't, bro.
Lamar Odom one was crazy.
I really been ready to read.
But
that
I remember
shit,
when Kobe went to go see that man when he was in the hospital.
Yeah,
I remember that.
He had a real like deep bond with Kobe, man. Like Kobe helped him out a lot.
I know it was a lot of people that you know, of course, like with basketball, you know, Kobe really had some haters, but all the reason that they had to hate that man was a reason to love him.
Yeah, it wasn't no like, personal shit though. It was like the nigga was a killer, bruh.
No, you had some people really did not like Kobe, like especially after that whole Shaq shit. They felt like he was the reason for they breakup, and he just got that tag for just being, you know, the one who broke up the Lakers and selfish and all that shit. And it was just like, bro, when you really realize it, like, you know how many LeBron fans I saw on Twitter was like, bro, I ain't never really had no reason to like go against him as hard as I did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, was great.
I'm a diehard Celtics fan. I always had respect for Kobe, bro. Like, it's always been like that. Like, do I want us to beat the Lakers? Of course, but I know Kobe Bryant is one of the pillars of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't go against that. You would be a hater at heart to you know, be like, oh, you know, what is Kobe Bryant? You know what I'm saying? Kobe Bryant is one of the main reasons why basketball is in the state that is at, like with the talent. You know what I'm saying? He put a lot of motivation and planted a lot of seeds.
Transcended the game.
He transcended the game. You know what I'm saying? It's not too many basketball players that have done that. You know, not just within sports, but in culture, period. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you know, you got to respect that. You got to give it up to him, whether you like him or not. And that's just what it is. Like he even said it himself. Like, you don't hate the greats because, you know, because you don't like them. You hate the greats because they great. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wanna be at that point.
Beat them. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, rest in peace to the Bean, man. Rest in peace to Gigi. You know, again, all the families. You know, everyone else affected. You know, hearts and prayers, strength. You know, guidance to all of them.
Yeah, man. My favorite Kobe Bryant play is when he dunked on Steve Nash in the playoffs.
Like, he damn near jumped over him.
Man, listen, that shit was crazy, man. Like,
I like
he was just fully extended, just like, yeah.
I like the Dwight dunk, man. I got the
Nash dunk.
Baptized. I got the Nash dunk in my top 3 too, yeah, but that
got
Kobe
baptized on that one.
When he split that double team, I was like, oh, it's over. I already saw it.
That was his welcome to the NBA.
Yeah, that was his welcome to the NBA for real. Like, when he split that double team, I was like, oh, it's coming. All power.
It's still like it still hasn't really sunk in yet that this man really going, but it's like it kind of like how I felt like with when Michael Jackson had passed, because I remember that shit and I remember what I was doing and it was just like, Mike going? Like, nah.
I was on the computer like
he was supposed to go on the world tour, his last world tour,
he
and
just dropped that This Is It album.
Yeah, Mike is going? Like, hell no. So this thing Kobe? Like, nah. It took me some hours to like really like come to grips with that shit. Like, you know, Jay Williams had when Jay Williams started talking and Doc Rivers, yeah, that's when them tears really started flowing, because that shit had really fucked me up. But, you know, all you could do is just celebrate Kobe and, continue his legacy.
That shit don't even seem real, bro. Like it don't,
No, it
bro.
don't.
Like
It don't
really
seem like he going.
I don't really like trip over like death and shit like that. Like I've came to have a real unique understanding about death, but it's just like certain people are just like, damn, like I said, like I really felt like I was gonna see Kobe like being a coach and shit one day. Like he was already making strides in the entertainment realm with the production company.
It always be them untimely ones, man.
Yeah, like it's just like it's
them
like,
ones that just come out of nowhere.
It make you look at yourself like, what are you? Not saying like compare, like compare yourself, but like it make you want to like really look at yourself and assess yourself, like like when you do transition, like are you going to leave a mark? You know what I'm saying? Like what kind of impact are you going to leave? How people want to remember you? Mm-hmm. That's how his death kind of like really like affected me.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, Ice Cube was trying to recruit the man for his league also.
He was trying him in the Big Three.
Mm-hmm.
I can see Kobe doing a season in the Big Three.
Why not? You know what I'm saying? And that'll boost Ice Cube all his ratings up.
Yeah, because the Big Three was already making strides too. If he would have got Kobe, because he already had Allen Iverson for one season, that would have been amazing, bro. If he could have got Kobe to do just one season, and then just do it like a coach for the next season, that would have been dope. Staples Center would have been on tilt.
Yeah, for real. But it's crazy, man. Rest in peace, him though. I was at brunch with you, and when that tragedy hit, it was just kind of like, damn, like this food's fire, but we gotta focus on like what's in front of us.
Yeah.
Because nobody really wanted to even believe anything until like we had a for sure answer that this man was gone.
Shit, I was sitting down eating too in the crib, and I stopped eating. I was like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah,
like.
I couldn't dive any deeper than until that ESPN shit went off, and then that was like a whole like 30 minutes later.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, oh yeah.
There it goes.
When ESPN started covering it, I was like, all right, this shit here is like,
yeah,
for
like,
real.
niggas started calling me like I'm fucking Adam Scheffner or some shit. Like I'm like, yo, I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on.
Man, listen, my phone was lit up because I was already bringing groceries in, so I had sat down, started eating, and my phone was just doing text coming in. Yo, Kobe died. Yo, you hear about Kobe? Yo, Kobe died. Like, you hear about Kobe? I'm like, who? Kobe who? Like, you know you ain't talking about Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant ain't dead. Like, I don't know what y'all niggas talking about. And
that shit crazy, bro.
as time passed, man, that shit was
real.
just like, God damn, bro. Like, shit crazy.
And you saw like some dudes tweet from like what like 09 or like 2010 or something. He was like, Kobe's gonna die in a helicopter crash or some shit.
Yeah.
And like that boy dug that shit up and he was like, oh no, like damn.
Yeah,
like,
so that looked like some old troll account, man.
it really did, but I mean,
That was a real account,
I've seen
though.
a lot of weird.
it was a real account, but that's just crazy. Like people speak ill on people like that. Like don't even put that shit in the universe. Like this man's he's still a family man. Like he's a husband, he's a father. You know what I'm saying? So even speaking ill on him, like what's your beef with this man? Because he played against your team or some shit.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. Like I'm not even just gonna say like I'm not even gonna say like a group of people. Just like in society, period. Like we take these minimal things and make them so personal. You know what I'm saying? Like with the whole even with the whole Kobe, LeBron, Jordan debates and shit like that. Like it really make you understand like how trivial this shit really is. Like you know what I'm saying?
Niggas is ready to pull up over Twitter over a Kobe Bryant argument. I remember that shit. Like that shit had get real
like,
live
bro,
reporting. Like a nigga was willing to drive an hour and a half to go see this man about Kobe Bryant.
Do you think Kobe would want y'all to do that? Be real. Like you think Kobe would want y'all to do that? Like unless y'all was uniting within the sport. You know what I'm saying? Like do you think he would really want y'all to be combative toward each other outside of the sport?
I'm not entertaining them shit no more. I used to be one of the main ones be arguing about Bron, Jordan, Kobe, but that shit ain't really. That shit don't really
mean
matter.
Nothing. Like them niggas don't care about that shit.
Yeah,
they really don't.
All three of them, I consider all three of them top three all time. Like however you place them is cool, but as far as like the in-depth going back and forth about why this and who played who and this person had this guy.
It don't matter, man. They all
shit,
dominated their respective lanes, man. It don't even matter.
Yeah, they all dominated their own eras, respectively, and they each changed the game. So that's all that matters at the end of the day. Lakers tribute was nice too. I saw that on the Blazers game.
I couldn't even get through that shit, bro. I couldn't do it.
I saw that. That was pretty
When
good.
Wiz performed at halftime, I couldn't do that either. I'm sorry.
See, like I still think that shit was just too soon. Like I think they should have just really like rearranged everybody's schedule for this week. Like shit,
they did it for 9/11. When 9/11 happened, they canceled week 2 of the NFL.
And that's what I'm saying. Everybody
had a bye week.
Them boys been crying before this fucking game.
Quinn Cook was taking that shit really hard, bro. Hard, like I couldn't.
I didn't even expect to see Dwight Howard like that, bro. Like that shit. Dwight just looked just like tapped out. Like he checked out. And then Braun, when he had to go up there and talk, and but it's just crazy, man. But Kobe's last post just shows you what type of person he was. Like.
That's what I'm saying. Like the debates and shit don't matter, bro. That shit never mattered, bro. Like I feel like we should have been like peep game. Like them niggas never, you know what I'm saying? It was never like no beef. Like we seen this when they was playing in the Olympics together. Like it was always love. Like ain't been no,
But people try to create a narrative of hate, and that's what I'm saying. They need to stop that shit. Like there's no beef between these guys at all. Like they don't care who they
in fact, they idolize each other.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's real recognize real, and that's how it's always been between LeBron and Kobe. Like that shit is just crazy to me. But it's also like to think today makes a week that he's been gone, and everybody paid tribute this whole entire week.
Everybody, literally everybody.
Everybody, like it's been a lot of love.
Like the shit was so crazy. Like that news broke Twitter. Like when I went to go refresh my Twitter, it was like tweets not loading right now. They had to change the whole. When you go to search and it got the trending page, like that whole shit would not load. So as soon as it got refreshed, everything was Kobe. I'm just like, dog, this shit here is. It's just wild, man.
Shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah, it is.
It is crazy, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, that's where we at right now. Coming out of January.
Contrary to popular belief, like January went by fast, in my opinion.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
A lot.
It was just December 19th, bro.
I agree. A lot did happen in January, but January did kind of fly.
Yeah, it did. It was just literally December, like 19th,
it's just like every week something was going on, though. Every week. So that was a very eventful January.
So we had our live show, like, early in January. Then, you had, of course, the playoffs and shit going on.
Playoffs, Grammys. All kind of shit went down in January. We went to war. The war kicked off.
This is
and impeachment. That shit about to fly out the window.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Kobe passing like at the end on the 26th. So and we are February already here, February 2nd. So February always blow by fast. So I don't even really be counting February. That shit just a blur. So March will be here in about 2 weeks.
Niggas gotta pay rent once again. Woo! Hey, boy, it's still like as soon as you pay rent, you got a week before you pay that shit again.
No, it do feel like that for real.
It'd be like, God damn, boy.
It's gonna be even quicker because February is show off month.
No, this is a leap year. So
only a day.
Yeah.
Only a day. Only a day added on. That's it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so what's next, man? Let's get into some other shit, man. What's going on this week? Hold on, man. All right, Lil Wayne dropped, man. Let's get into some music, bro. Funeral drop. Funeral has dropped. I want to tell everybody this, man. Everybody hitting my phone up, trying to get me to go against Wayne out of the blue. Well, it's not even out of the blue, because y'all been consistent with this shit. It's not happening. Okay? It's really not happening. For one, the album really was a solid album to me. It's 24 songs in this shit. I probably would have chopped a little fat off the album. But other than that, the album was pretty solid to me.
Oh, it is.
Like,
I fuck with it.
Like, if y'all want to still try to slander Carter 5, that's cool. You do that. But I didn't have a problem with Carter 5. I never said it was hip hop album of the year. I always went to Carter 5 saying, damn, we getting a new Wayne album. This album, I really like this album. Like, it's a solid project from him. I didn't really have no, you know.
He got busy on it, man.
He was rapping on this album.
The first track is fire. Mahogany's fire. Hard and fire. Wild Dogs. The shit with Baby and
Big Sean.
That shit fire.
They went in on that.
It was overall solid project.
Shit, the song with Lil Twist was decent and all. Like,
Wayne still can show that he can still get busy. Like, even when I was watching his Drink Champs interview, like, he even talk about like how certain rap, like certain songs, like he tap into different type of styles in him, like different type of styles in him. Like
he showed that.
Yeah, like he know when to get in his
certain bags. I ain't have no problem with the album, man. What you giving it, like, out of, if you had to say a 5 or a 10, what you giving it?
Well, out of 10, I'd probably give it like a solid 8.
Yeah, it's about an 8.
Yeah,
I give it an 8.
7.5, 8.
Yeah, like I wouldn't. Again,
it's just like the Carter 5.
Yeah, like, we're not saying this shit. Like, the album's good. Like, I'll see myself listening to this album like off and on. Like, I don't have no problem.
It's been popular to say that everything Wayne put out is trash. That's what I've been.
But see, the thing is, like, you know, niggas telling me it sound like one song. That's how I know you ain't listened to the album. Like,
saying it sound like 6 foot, 7 foot is. No, every song don't. I know albums that sound exactly the same.
This song got different. It got different sounds on it, bro.
Yeah, definitely different sounds.
Like this ain't, you know.
Like, I think Harder and Mahogany, those are the best songs.
Yeah, Harder was pretty dope. I like that song.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
Yeah, I don't really have no problem with it, man. Was any? It's some few projects came out. Yo Gotti dropped the album.
Yo Gotti album is pretty good.
It was pretty good. Who else, man? Somebody else. Key Glock shit was pretty. That shit was pretty hard. I was riding to that. I want to say it's one more person that I think I'm leaving out. Damn, I have to come back to that, but it was a pretty dope little weekend in music this weekend, man. Again, I'm giving Wayne album a solid 8, man. I ain't had no discrepancies with this album. Y'all niggas can leave me alone, please. Like, for real.
Had somebody ask me, he was like, "Oh, Wayne album?" I was like, "It's good. I like it." You're the only person I heard say that. I'm like, okay. I'm not about to get into.
What does that mean, though? Like,
I'm not getting into no argument. You have to think,
like, when niggas say that, what do that really mean?
I don't know, man.
Do we need to be like hits on the street and just go around like asking random people? Like,
I guess. I mean, I had people tell me they like Eminem's album. I don't like it. If you like it, you like it. I don't like it.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Ain't nobody told me they like Eminem album, but people out there do like Eminem. Yep. So I ain't going. You know, it is what it is. You know, people take it because I got a platform and I go against, you know, shady aftermath that I just feel like nobody listens to Eminem.
After the check didn't clear.
niggas do
put a disclaimer in there. After the check didn't clear.
Yeah, you gotta pay me for that. But you know, people do listen to Mans. People listen to, you know, Wayne. I also saw some shit where they were saying Wayne and Eminem got a lot of unreleased tracks. Those shit should stay unreleased, honestly. I'm not really trying to hear that, to be real with you. But, you know, if niggas want to hear it and they somehow drop one day, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I had no problem with the Wayne album, man. What else you want to touch on with Wayne? Anything else?
Wayne said he also got like 20 albums in the tuck.
20 albums?
Mm-hmm.
See, that
nigga, all that nigga do is work. Cause like when I was watching his Drink Champs interview, he really do be out the loop on a lot of shit. Yeah. Like when he was talking about the whole 21 Savage thing, he said he thought it was a rap group, and he even said how 21 didn't like that because he thought he was trying to be funny and make a joke. So when they actually got together to talk, he understood like, no, like I really be in my own world because all I do is work. That's all. Because I be out of the loop on a lot of shit. And people think I be tripping. Like they had this little questionnaire, and Nori had asked for TDE or QC, and he was like, I don't know what that is. I thought TDE was Floyd shit. Oh, Floyd shit TDE, right? This nigga was dead. He was dead serious. Like he really do be out the loop on a lot of shit. So,
well, see, you can't really be mad at that though.
Yeah, like, but Wayne, And I believe it because I even remember on the Nino Brown story when he was recording No Ceilings, like this nigga literally was in the studio like 20-something straight hours. Like
even when he be like in his hotel, like he be having, record. Even when he be in his hotel, he be having like setups and shit to record. Like
that nigga work ethic is kind of like,
I mean, that's
ridiculous.
That's all he
like,
want to do.
Unmatched. Like that nigga just literally will record, rap. Like it's crazy. But
I'm more Kobe Bryant of an artist.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it needs to be said, man.
Yeah, but when Wayne was talking about, he's like, yeah, man, I got like 20 albums in the tub. Like,
I got to check out his Drink Champs, man. So 20 albums.
Mm-hmm. 20. You got to figure out. Think about how many mixtapes Wayne done give us.
He gave us a lot of mixtapes.
Said never made a dime off of now one of my mixtapes.
That was the day. Those were the days where mixtapes were more just for street buzz. Like nowadays, niggas. I mean, I think Young Jeezy kind of changed that, but Wayne had already kind of transcended mixtapes by the time Trap or Die came out. I mean, yeah, it was dedications, but he wasn't really doing that. He was still making money off albums and shit.
Yeah, but Wayne gave us like free music when it came to mixtapes. You know so everything was free. Like he also said on Drink, he's like, dog, I never made a dime off of any mixtape that I put out, not one. He was like, I just stayed working and. He really changed the mixtape game. Like before, of course, you had people putting out, but when he touched down and started giving us this shit, it was a different type. It was
more than just rapping off nigga beats. He was giving you like original songs.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I was listening to some shit last night off like The Drought Is Over Part 4. Like I was like, this nigga here really was blessing us with something crazy.
I Can't Feel My Face mixtapes. Like
yeah, come on, man. Like Squad Up. It was just wild. But yeah, you get a chance, you gotta watch that interview.
I'm gonna tell you tonight after I watch the Super Bowl.
He also was talking about like how Nori's asking about like the whole, him flagging and everything like that, blood and all that. That story, how he broke it down, is very interesting because I never knew how he became like repping that and all that. It's a pretty dope story though. When you watch it, you be like, because I never heard his stance on that because people used to. Kind of like quote unquote like question Wayne about his affiliation and all that. Well, he really break it down in the story, and you really get an understanding of like how that shit came to be like that.
Man, I'm gonna check that shit out tonight, man, because I got my money on the 49ers, and I got them winning me some paper tonight. So I mean, we'll get into sports later, but yeah,
that nigga ride for his teams too, bro. I tell you that.
He cheesehead, man.
Hell yeah. The niggas, he said niggas be trying to give him hell for not being a Saints fan. Nigga said, bro, cut it out. Ain't none of us in the 90s been Saints
Nobody
fans.
was Saints fans in the 90s, bro. Like,
only people. He said you been a Niners or you been a Cowboys fan. Don't cut
or Packers fan. A guy really used to see too many teams like that get talked about like that outside of those three. And it was a lot of Steelers fans too. Steelers fans always been consistent with me.
Oh yeah, Steelers fans, and they travel like crazy. Yeah. So yeah, man. Shout out to the GOAT, man.
Yeah. Easy. Yeah, my GOAT. Yeah, so let's moving on, man. On the tail end of the Grammys and whatnot, Bad Boys founder P Diddy, took it upon himself to call out the Grammys for. Not keeping it 100 with the artists. Sometimes this is all we got. As black artists, and my dog Murder Mase has some choice words for him, man. How you feel about that, Mike? How you feel, man? Hold on, man. We'll give a round of applause for Mase, man. We just was talking about this last week, though. We just was talking about this.
I kind of wanted to bring that up on last week's show, but I don't know. It probably slipped my mind or something like that. But I was like, dog,
hold on. I didn't mean to cut you off, but it's funny you say that. It's because, you be wanting to bring it up, but it's like, we already know this.
Yeah. You kind of need somebody like Mase
to really
highlight the shit.
Before you go in, I just want to say, like, I felt like it was imperative that he put it out there that they didn't come from no place of bitterness because he's well off on his own. Mm-hmm. So like nobody can really try to say he down bad or nothing like that. Yeah. He let y'all niggas know I'm good, but I just want y'all to know Like, this nigga really, like, it's really not what he talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, but go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
No, but it's just like, you know, if anybody's seen Mase post, I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna read it for y'all. So Mase said, "At Diddy, I heard your Grammy speech about how you are now for the artist and about how the artist must take back control. So I will be the first to take the initiative. Also, before we ask of other ethnicities to do us right, we should do us as black people better, especially the creators. I heard you loud and clear when you said you are now for the artist. And to that, my response is, if you want to see change, you can make a change today by starting with yourself. Your past business practices knowingly has continued purposely starve your artists and been extremely unfair to the very same artists that help you obtain an icon award on the iconic Bad Boy label. For example, you still got my publishing from 24 years ago in which you gave me $20K, which makes me never want to work with you as any artist wouldn't after you know someone is robbing you and tarnishing your name when you don't want to comply with his horrendous business model. However, people would always ask, what's up with Mase? So I would be forced to still perform to not look crazy when I was getting peanuts and the robbery would continue. So many great moments and people's lives and music were lost. But again, I rode with you in the face of death without flinching and you still wouldn't do right. I never said anything because I wanted to wait until I was financially great so I can ensure that I was addressing this from a pure place and not out of spite. To add insult, you keep screaming black excellence and love, but I know love isn't free. So I offered you $2 million cash just a few days ago to sell me back my publishing as the biggest artist alive, in parentheses. That always showed you respect for you giving me an opportunity at 19 years old. Your response was, if I can match what the European guy offer him, that would be the only way I can get it back, or else I can wait until I'm 50 years old and it will revert back to me from when I was 19 years old. You bought it for about $20K and I offered you $2 million cash. This is not black excellence at all. When your own race is enslaving us, it's about us owning it. It can't be about us owning each other. No more hiding behind quote unquote love. You change, give artists back their money so they can take care of their families."
Bars.
Nothing but bars. He's right, man. Like, Diddy's very hypocritical getting up on that stage talking all that shit, and
all this black excellence talk at the brunch and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? But the writing's been on the wall. Mm-hmm. The writing's been on the wall.
You gotta be. It has to change, man. It has to change. Like, and I'm glad Mase said that the him being financially great was important because a lot of people would try to run with that narrative.
Yeah, that's the first thing that people do. That's the first thing. Oh, he must be on bad times. He must be this and that. I say to be personal, which I've never heard of Mase being on no type of financial hardships or nothing like that.
I never heard about it.
Never heard of that. So I've always kind of like respected anything that Mase had to say about the industry because I've never heard him. I've never been able to even place that type of narrative on him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to respect where he's coming from with it because it's not from a place of desperation. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, Mase cleared it up. It's just, I'm waiting to see what Diddy got to say about it.
I don't think he's going to say nothing.
Like, at some point, you're going to have to just own up to what you did. Like, Birdman did it with Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man publicly apologized to that man at his Louisiana Fest. He know what he did. He know that he owed that man money, and he know he had to make things right. Like, these niggas know what they be doing. That's why I'm not buying this other narrative. Like, Budden keep talking about on when I was listening to his podcast about how he also said on somebody else's podcast about how, oh, I'm not going to hold him to an unfair standard when the model was back then, oh, to fucking artists. Like, that's like saying you're forgiving a racist because they was taught that. Just because you're taught something doesn't mean that you can continue doing it and fuck people.
Right.
Regardless of the fact if it was 19 years ago, and he also tried to use this narrative about how, even if the contract was done right, how much you think Mase? I don't give a damn if it was $500. If the man want his publishing, give that man his publishing. He's owed that.
That's an irrelevant.
Yeah, that's an irrelevant point. Like everybody keep talking about, it's unfair
worth and all this other shit. Like what that even?
Like yeah, and especially coming from Budden, who made his stamp of being for the artist and being in control and doing it. I just found it. Maul was really the only one who just like he didn't even really kill Diddy. He just spoke facts.
Yeah, the shit's wrong.
It's just point blank period. You gave an artist a shitty deal. You know you gave an artist a shitty deal, and you can make things right. There's no malice in that. It's just speaking.
It's really not like I don't even think because like even reading the Mase thing, I didn't even sense no type of hatred or malice. It's just like nigga, like you need to do right by what you're talking about. That's all it is. Like for Budden to really try to
like he said, I don't mean cut you. He also said I don't want to hear none of you podcasters talking about this Mason Diddy publishing shit. Talk about podcast publishing, like, nigga, bro. What? No, that's not gonna work.
What are you talking, nigga? That's your job, nigga. You talk about that. But my whole thing is like it's real interesting that Budden would try to make this type of angle when if we listen to like
he's the advocate for that.
If we listen to the first 100 episodes of your podcast, I can pull up at least 1,000 bars of you going off on Lior. Yeah. You go off on all these other executives that's been fucking over artists, but all of a sudden, since you're an executive producer at Revolt, it's not fair to call out Diddy on his wrongdoings with artists. This nigga's cutting you a check, so now you can't really talk about it. That's crazy to me. That's irresponsible. Not a nigga that's supposed to be pro artist. That don't make sense to me.
Nah, I don't.
It don't.
It don't at all.
It's disappointing.
And it's like it's basically it's a pass.
It's a pass.
So if you have people like that who have that platform, and especially a big platform like Diddy, like how do we know he's gonna take that seriously going forward if he has some people who not gonna hold him accountable? You need more than Maces out here to like hold these executives accountable for bad business dealings, regardless if they was taught it or not. You know what the fuck you was doing.
That's how
then people also point and also too, even if we didn't hear Diddy's side, right? There has never been a time I can say that Diddy ever came out and denied any of this shit.
Nah. That's why I say he don't speak on it. And that's why I feel like he's really not gonna speak on this neither. It's gonna be all right. Like
you know what I'm saying? Like it's never been a time all these years that has been a narrative with Diddy. Like he has this notion for fucking artists, but he has never came out and denied any of these claims, pulled out any type of paperwork, none of this shit. So I believe Mase when he said, "Oh, if you can match a European offer, then we can talk." But you just got your ass up there at the Grammys for an award that you accepted, begging them to give us recognition,
pandering.
Begging them to give us but you just told this man that he has to match the white man's offer.
I never bought none of that whole black excellence shit that they tried.
No, I never did. This isn't nothing new either. If you listen to our previous episodes, I've never been on par with Diddy speaking that black excellence.
None of this whole Grammy spiel that they do every weekend. I never got that with none of this shit because it's cap.
Yeah,
it's real cap to me, man. Like it's always been cap to me. I just don't understand how, basically, like how May said, like you can't talk black excellence and you enslaving your own people. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. And you know that you're doing this shit. Like it's not. That's why I'm saying like we can't give these niggas these passes for being such excellent businessmen. Mm-hmm. But on the flip side, they do fuck shit like this. And then you can't say, oh, they don't know what they're doing. But on the other end, you can't say, oh, he's such a good businessman. He's such a boss.
Yeah, he got all these things.
But you just got to call it what it is.
The thing that stood out to me the most was him saying if he can match the Europeans offer. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's crazy to me. Not when you just had your ass up there on stage. With all this other shit, all the black power this, black power that shit. Mm-hmm. But your brother man trying to get his shit in order, but he got a match with the European trying to give you. That's wild.
Mm-hmm. The white man,
he got to have a better offer than the white man. Mm-hmm. That's wild to me.
But the Grammys got to get it right.
Though.
This shit is.
You was at the brunch. You was at the brunch talking all of this excellent shit. You know what I'm saying? But the white man gotta pay more than the white man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's just like you just can't. And like I said, when I was listening to Budden and podcast, I was like, damn, like Maul was really the only one who broke it down without being like, you ain't got to curse the man out or do no outlandish shit. Just speak facts.
It don't gotta be that.
It don't gotta be that.
It don't gotta be that.
It don't gotta be none of that.
Even us talking about this, we ain't attack nobody person. We talking about the situation.
We just talking about the
situation is fucked up. That's a fucked up situation.
Fix your situation. It's no different with Birdman and Wayne. He know what he was doing. He know what he did. That's why he apologized.
Yeah, as a man, and he made it right. He did that shit in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know what you did, bruh. But I would have took that apology if he did it in private. If they decided to do that in private.
Yeah, Diddy don't gotta come out and make no.
They don't owe us none of this shit to be. I'm gonna preface it like that. They don't owe us no public nothing. Just sit down and figure this shit out.
But for Mase to put it out there the way he did was needed.
Yeah,
it was needed.
Yeah, it was.
It was needed because it's
like
a lot of hypocrisy.
This nigga was just up there.
Yeah.
With all this other shit, bruh. Mm-hmm. That shit is wild to me, bruh. Like
you just got to get it right. I would never. It's unfair to hold them when you were taught that. Like what? You can. Wild.
We always talk about niggas unlearning bad habits, bruh. Mm-hmm. We always talk about this shit. You're 50 years old, bruh. Do better, bruh. Come on now.
Mm-hmm. And Mase was 19 years old. Like you took advantage of this man. Like, and that was a thing back then, and it wasn't right because he's not the only one that got fucked. You had TLC, who got fucked by L.A. Reid and
Pebbles.
Is that LaFace Records? Was that the name of his label?
Yeah, they was on LaFace. But it was more L.A. Reid and Pebbles fucking them over.
Yeah, that shit was just that shit was wild. Like you just had the shit with Khalees and Pharrell.
Yeah,
and you know what's so crazy to me was when she was talking to me, she told him, and they told her, well, you signed a contract, and she kind of was like, I can see her face. I can see her face when she was like, you know what? Yeah, I did sign a contract, but it's kind of like when you trust people that you really fuck with, like, you don't expect them to go that length. It's like they always expect them to know better.
Yeah, especially with the Wayne shit. It's like my nigga, like Wayne.
That man looked at him like
as a father. That man basically raised him. You know what I'm saying? So he's the last person that he's expecting to do him dirty.
But they always expect the artist to know better, but you don't hold the executive to a standard.
That's what I'm saying. We can't.
You always expect the artist to know better, but the executive get the passes for giving them these contracts. How that shit work?
And continuing to do this now.
Yeah.
Mase ain't the only person that he's fucked over. You know what I'm saying?
Total. Who else?
A lot of people in that Mase era. G-Dep, Black Rob, Total. Like it's a few people.
Yeah, man. That shit is nasty, man. It's nasty.
It's a few people that come from this era. And the thing is, like, post Biggie dying and whatnot, Mase kept Bad Boy afloat.
He did.
Between writing for Diddy, between writing for Kim, still dropping his own shit. Mm-hmm. Like he kept them afloat going into 2000.
Writing on the album that won Grammy. You see what I'm saying? Diddy in the family.
But I gotta give you more than the white man trying to give you.
And you gave that man $20K. That's nasty.
That's real nasty.
That's nasty.
And honestly, on some real shit, I understand how Mase probably was put in a situation to where he had to fuck over Cameron. Unfortunately, it makes sense. Because it's like,
I just thought about that.
I'm 19. I got fucked out of potentially millions in my future. Not knowing, I'm not gonna realize this until I get a little older in life. But damn, I just got $20K. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta
$20K.
I still gotta get through on my own. Yeah, Cam, my man's, but
exactly. And now thinking about on it, you can't blame them because then it's like
it just sets off a cycle.
They didn't know no better. But now imagine somebody coming to offering you $20K for your shit, and you just be like, "Dog, I know my shit gonna be worth way more than that down the line." Like them even throwing a number at you should tell you something. A number like that, 20,000.
Sometimes niggas don't really,
for Harlem World double up. Like, come on, man.
Like, at the same time, it's wild. Like, when you, I don't know what I would do at 19. You feel me? It's like you don't. It's like when I was telling you, I had to really reevaluate how I looked at Paid in Full. Like my uncle broke it down. He was like, "Yo, them niggas was babies making that money." Mm-hmm. Like I don't know what I'd do at 19, 18. Fresh out. I don't know what's going on. I'm in a new industry. It's just a lot of new shit going on. I wouldn't know. So I can't really, like I said, whatever happened between him and Cameron, it makes sense to me now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's just, unfortunate that shit like that sets off chains of events with other people.
Yeah, and it's just like, are we gonna? He's not the only one. There's been other executives that we love that have done bad business dealings. Like even with Beanie Siegel, his situation with Dame. You see what I'm saying? Like they had they differences. You work shit out. It's not all about. You don't got to make the shit personal. Just give me what you owe, regardless of what you was taught or what you learned and. Oh, that was the business model. Make it fucking right at the end of the day. If you got a chance to make it right, make it right. That's all that matters. All that what happened back then, what Mase could have got, and how valuable he was. If that's the case, Diddy wouldn't have held on to that shit for all these years. If it didn't hold no fucking value, so you can't use that angle.
You wouldn't have used him to float. You wouldn't use him to get on through until you found another marketable artist. That's exactly what happened with Mase. You used him. He was writing all them songs, all them shit for all them different artists. When you found what happened when Mase finally dipped, that was like 2001. Mm-hmm. So it was like, you used him for 5 years after the fact.
Then also, but try to say, he left. He stopped making music, and then Maul was like, well.
Shit, that
if I'm gonna keep getting fucked, I'm not gonna make music with you.
Happens,
like that can be a thing too, and it was just silence after that.
Nigga, Joe Budden did this a few times too. So like, what is?
Budden has been fucked as an artist, so he knows. So for him to even go on that spew was just. I rather had him say, you know what, I'm not gonna speak ill on Diddy because y'all know what it is, and I would have accepted that. But to try to make this case to try to downplay Mace's value and try to use it's unfair standard card, but y'all always expect the artist. When the artists get fucked in the deal, it's always y'all sign these contracts, but you don't hold the exec to these same standards. It don't make sense.
Especially when the exec is your fucking boss now.
Yeah, this shit is wild. You don't win on the Leo Cohens of the world, L.A. Reeves, all these niggas,
bro. Attacked you've constantly thrown 300 records under the bus strictly because of Leor. And some of it was granted because I honestly agree with some of his talking points about how Leor handled Young Thug. But at the same time, bro, like now all of a sudden you can't speak on Diddy of all people?
They don't gotta be no malice, man. You just speaking facts. That's all. But I do want Diddy to make that shit right with Mase. Facts. He ain't the only one. I saw that tweet yesterday too about like how all the artists that got away from Diddy found God. That was hilarious.
And shit that happened.
But a lot of jokes had truth in it.
Loon is a Muslim.
Mm-hmm. Shine,
he's a Jew.
One of the girls from Total.
Yeah, she found Christianity. Mm-hmm. Craig Mack, unfortunately, before he passed,
this man was in a cult. I said, God, that was it.
Black Rob in jail, G Dep in jail.
If I don't tell you Diddy's the devil, then I don't know what does. That shit was wild though. But it's just like
shit making a band. Where them niggas at? All right, I'm going off. But
shit,
yeah,
which one? Danny Kane, fucking Day 26,
the band.
That shit was wild. I really thought Day 26 was next.
Them niggas was on bar and grill tours.
I remember when that whole competition went down, bro. That was a good fucking series.
Which one?
Day 26.
When he had them niggas.
When he had to create. When they was creating. Man, that shit was nasty.
And battle singing, that's crazy to me.
Back then, I thought that shit was kind of wild, but now that shit was just nasty.
It's still wild. Wild as fuck.
No, but this shit that was nasty. These niggas like really like.
Diddy just sitting in the middle drinking water and shit.
Step up. This man come like nigga, battle singing.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Honestly, if I was in that cipher, I had to look at myself like dog, like what in the world? I want to be signed that bad.
Drew, what's your thoughts on this?
And Diddy, he just it's a topic that you could either go left or right with. And I just stay away from Diddy in general because I don't agree with a lot of his antics. I appreciate what he's done for the game, but really, I mean, he should have been shut up to me.
The thing is, he too smart to not know what the fuck he been doing to artists. All the shit that he got going on.
That's why I can never give niggas like him passes, bro. We can't give these niggas passes for being such excellent businessmen when shit like this is a constant with them as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, but also, you can break your wrist, you can break your hand, but you can't break up the band.
Especially when you spitting hot fire. All right, man.
Wait, whatever happened to that nigga Chopper though?
Chopper's still making music, isn't he?
Making music. He's still out here.
Where he at in Florida?
He's from New Orleans.
Oh, he is from the NO.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I fuck with Bray. That was probably what the rawest one off that.
Yeah, I
shit.
remember the whole chopper suit debate situation. I remember all that.
What was Shorty who was married to Mario Winans?
Sarah.
Dog, that nigga was so fucking sickening, bruh. Like, I'm glad old girl went off on his ass. Talking about you think you think you Diddy.
Nigga, you think you Diddy? You think cause you can, you know? I was like, oh shit, that's what's going off on that nigga, bro.
Facts.
Them boys was dysfunctional as fuck, but it was fun watching that shit, bro.
Yeah, it was.
The funniest shit was the fights with Ness and and Fred, and then when Fred threw that trash can in Chopper face, the nigga's like, yo, this nigga threw a trash can in my face, yo. I was like,
And the band was funny, man. That shit was a good show. I enjoyed that.
That shit was wild.
Yeah, it was.
Day 26 was fucking crazy. That nigga Q was that nigga really had some fucking anger issues, bruh. Like, after the band had, like, got created, and the boys was, like, got back together, and they were supposed to, remember they was just sitting in the house because they wasn't really doing nothing. They wasn't touring and nothing like that. So this nigga really was trying to fight everybody, because remember he dated Dawn. Yeah. This nigga was really trying to fight everybody every week. I'm like, Q, like, sit down, bruh. Like, this nigga was going off every week, bruh. I'm like,
his alpha male situation.
This nigga had got mad because he was like, they wanted to take a trip, and he was like, oh man, I'm trying to eat. I got to take care of my family, and you know. And I guess one of the other bandmates was like, dog, like I'll pay for you to go, dog. Like it's not no big deal. And none of that shit like that. And I guess he ain't like the shit or whatever. Like it was some crazy shit. This nigga Q just wanted to fight everybody. But I never saw that from him. So I always felt like that shit was for the camera. Cause like, bro, you ain't never show that side of you like on camera. That shit was wild. That shit was just wild. But I guess when you be under Diddy, man, it'll make a lot of people do crazy shit.
Yeah, man. Speaking of niggas doing crazy shit, man, what's your thoughts on Terry Crews?
Apologizing? Typical.
Apologizing and
typical. This is February 2019 all over again.
Damn, a year later.
Yeah, and then fast forward to like when he apologized to black men, like around the summer. Mm-hmm. No, that still was around that time.
Hey man, between Jussie Smollett and Terry Crews last year,
you saw what Dwayne Wade said, right?
Put your phone down.
Hey, them boys though. Hey, as soon as
D Wade about to go see that man.
Hey, as soon as he tweeted that, I saw nothing but polls saying, "Hey, who y'all got in a fist fight?" I was like, man, I don't know, bro. Like, I really don't know. I never seen D Wade get nobody face, so I can't really. I ain't never seen Terry Crews get nobody face neither, but I do know he ain't about that action though. You letting little white men grapple your nuts and shit like that in front of your wife. I do know that you're not really like that, so I'm gonna go with D Wade.
It's just crazy how this whole shit unfold. Like Gabrielle had checked that man too, but like I thought we wasn't speaking on this, being that it was an open case. And she was one of the first black women to come out and support your corny ass. When that shit happened, like nigga, just so weak, bro.
I say
like,
this though. I appreciate all of the
weak, man.
I appreciate all of the real women that have been tweeting. You know, thanks to all the fellas that warned us about Terry Crews, because we was always here.
It's the same timeline.
No boy.
Here comes the the going against, then the realization, then the apology.
Self-reflection.
It's the same timeline.
Rising action, falling action, reflection, and apology.
Then try to tag Kevin Hart. Don't tag that man.
Don't tag that. The man got nothing to do with this.
Don't tag that man in your shit.
That man don't got nothing to do with this.
You could have just said Kevin. You ain't had to tag him. Regardless.
Try to get some more interaction. Yeah. Nah, niggas think they slick when they do that type of shit, bro. When they do public statements like this and they put other people in it and try to get them to speak on it too, like, nah, nigga. Nah, I got nothing to do with that.
He just likes to hear himself talk. Period. He don't stand for nothing. He don't say. This the same man who said he don't owe his daughters nothing.
I'll let their boyfriends and their
only thing he owe is his wife, Rebecca.
That didn't make no sense to me, bro.
Like, what are you even fucking talking about, man?
Nigga, as a father, you're always supposed to be there for your girls, bro. It don't matter how many niggas they got in their lives.
Niggas a clown.
Like, that don't make no sense to me, bro.
I'm glad Gabrielle went in on his ass, bro. Like, facts.
That nigga said, fuck everybody except for my wife.
Then you reflecting now, and now you apologizing. Once again, apologizing.
So what are you standing on? Nothing.
Hey, what Victor Sweet say? Don't apologize. Dogs gotta eat, right?
Eat.
Oh man, that clip is hilarious.
Hey,
man.
shout out Victor Sweet, man. Had niggas eating off the fucking floor, bro. Like,
I said, yeah, eat that shit
eat
up.
this.
Some bullshit. Shut your mouth, bitch. I'll put you down there with him. Matter of fact, get over here and share a meal with your man. Now.
Hey, that laugh now. Hey, when I first saw that movie, that shit had me in tears, bro.
Cause that last now was serious.
Hey, he meant that now. Hey, if you ain't get your ass over there, this is gonna be a long night. Hey,
Victor Sweets was a nasty nigga, man.
Hey, Victor was nasty to the end of the fucking
Yo,
movie, bro.
this nigga was taking mad fiance on a trip to smash him before he married her. He said, man, that's too much woman for you, Charlie, you know. Let me get with her, teach her some new things. They teach her how to cook. Oh, I can teach her better things than that.
That was disgusting, bro.
You about to pawn your fiance off on your boss?
That was disgusting, bro. As a man, bro, I don't care how much more power, you can't talk to me like that.
You gonna have to kill me.
You gotta kill me, bro. I can't. Deep in the depths of my soul, I just can't let you do me like that, bro.
Then your woman at that?
You supposed to marry this woman.
You supposed to marry this woman.
Marriage already in shambles.
But yeah, man, Terry Crews, no more. Stop tweeting, stop talking. You know, just continue to let the white man fondle with you.
Yeah,
that's about
man.
it.
Yeah, that's all you good for anyway.
And don't be coming out speaking ill on black men and black women no more either.
You're not cut like us, bro. You're a nut rag. But moving forward, man. Hey, man, you think this coronavirus is like on Ebola stuff?
Baby, they got Ebola. Shout out to Bernie Mac, man. You know that was 2001?
Yeah.
Like I remember y'all remember the Ebola shit in 2014? I remember that shit, bro. Everybody was going crazy. I remember they had the helicopter chopper of the two Americans that was coming back from Africa who had the shit. They had them quarantined and all kind of shit.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
But this coronavirus shit, man, like...
Hey, so I think China's not telling us everything that we need to know about this shit because I saw some drone footage from like a major city in China, like one of they... I forgot the city. I don't want to sound ignorant and try to make up a name because that would be very ignorant. But I saw like some drone footage from this city and the shit like a ghost town, bro. Like, this is a city that has millions upon millions of people pouring out of everywhere every day.
A little case of population control going on here.
I feel like there's some shit going on that they're not telling us.
I think it's like a different version of like that bird flu shit. And
I feel like it might. I don't know how they government handling this.
You see that hospital that they built? Like, real quick. Y'all seen that Twitter video I posted? I retweeted. Dog, they built like this hospital to try to contain this coronavirus. Like they built this shit up real crazy, dog. Like this shit is it was wild, bro. Let me see if I can find that shit. Well, go ahead, Mo. My bad.
I just feel like it's more than meet the eye over there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on here. I just feel like it's a lot more than what being told us. Because from that drone footage is really telling. Because it's like, all right, when the Ebola shit was going on, even when the SARS shit was going on, niggas still could move around. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they had to wear masks. People wearing masks now, you know, if you're dealing with, you know, imports coming from China and shit like that. But to see that, you know, actually over there is like a complete shutdown. Like, there's nothing going on. It's like, all right.
Yeah, I just sent you the video.
Is some other shit going on over there, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all not telling us something? Because it's got to be a reason why y'all on complete shutdown like this. That's all I'm saying, man. Like, I don't really get into all of this. I just read it as it come, but I just look at shit for what it is. Like, you know, it might be something more serious over there. I saw some other shit I read this morning. It was like,
they say it's like a type of pneumonia.
Yeah, I heard about that too. But I saw some shit this morning. They was saying like it's a pack of wild monkeys down in Florida that got like a real rapid case of herpes running around.
I mean, it's Florida.
So they trying to gather this group now before, you know, shit get out of hand. But that shit crazy to me too, because it's like,
bro, I think all of this shit just be like, I'm not saying the coronavirus shouldn't be taken serious, but it's like, you remember how Ebola just like went away in 2014? Like that shit was a real serious thing around that summertime going into August, September. And then 2015 and I don't even remember because they got I think they got a cures for a lot of this shit, but a lot of it is just to get people riled up and scared.
Like, it's always the new disease, SARS, H1N1, of course Ebola. All this, it be new shit coming out every year. Just be like, bro, like
I even had like
who making these shits? Like, where is shit coming from, bro?
I do see some places like they not flying in or out of China.
Yeah.
Like right now, they taking the shit very serious. I even saw they had a couple of people that had it that was like being checked at the airport in California. Like 2 or 3 people or something like that. Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy, bro. But like, I don't play around when it comes to shit like that. That's why I keep my shots updated. You know, just try to stay healthy. You got a lot of nasty people out here, man.
It's a lot of
people don't use hand sanitizer.
That ginger
don't wash
ale
their
can't
hands.
clear up everything.
Wipe their nose. Don't wash their
you say,
hands.
Drew?
I said that ginger ale can't cure everything.
No, that's facts. No, it doesn't.
China built a hospital in 16 hours. Normally takes years to build to quarantine coronavirus patients. Why? How did they build it so fast?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, bro. I'm just thinking about that.
That's money now.
Yeah, I know.
That's hella money now.
And you gotta think what
They said they haven't even been having funerals for people who've been dying from that
with
shit.
buildings like this. You gotta go through all kind of like checks and regulations and shit like that. Is this shit even safe to be open?
You see how this shit moving? You see all them cranes at work?
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen that many cranes operating at one time.
Should be wild, man.
Yo, this is crazy.
Yeah,
Hey man.
But I hope no more people are affected by this shit, man. Like it's been trending all week, so I just been trying to see what the update is for it and everything. It ain't nothing changing. Like just seemed like the death toll be rising. So, yeah, man.
Hey man. We in the times, man. That's all I can say.
A lot of man-made diseases going on, man.
A lot of shit going on out here, man. Hey, man, what's going on with Gervonta Davis, man?
This nigga snatching up his BM.
I thought that was Ari at first in that video.
It did look like her. He got to. That's one thing. He got to type. Yeah, he got to type.
But without all that shit's crazy.
Them niggas out of pocket, bro.
And nobody like tried to do nothing.
Even like his people, like who was walking with him,
bro, like what are you doing? And I was looking at the background. It was like a TMT event.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what's going on, bro?
I have no idea what this thing got going on.
So of course, on Twitter, like, this is a black man's fault because nobody broke up the situation. But I get it. I do get it. And if I was there, I'd probably be like, bro, like, what are you doing, bro? Like, granted it is Gervonta Davis, you might get your ass beat. I don't know. Y'all stopping that shit or what, man? I say all that to say that. Are y'all stopping that shit? Cause put it like this. We've all seen situations like this, right? Where these niggas is doing this and then the next day or the next week is lovey-dovey. Not saying this shit is right at all. You know what I'm saying? But who's to say I jump in this shit, I get my ass.
If I'm in his circle, I'm definitely
No, I'm
checking.
saying something like.
If I'm in his circle, yeah. Like, if I know this man and, like, I'm in his entourage, like, nah, bro, you wildin'. Like, don't do that shit. And you got the cameras on you and all that. Like,
cameras are not. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. Like,
yeah, I'm not saying that's a reason for it, but you get what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be highlighted for this shit now.
Like, this is going to be over your head for a while.
Mm-hmm. Now, I done had to, like, diffuse a domestic situation before, like, with one of my homies and their girl. Like, I've been in that exact situation
We've all
before.
been there. I feel like we've all been there before.
So, like, if that's my man's, like, yeah, nigga, like, you out of pocket, bro. You got to relax. And I'm telling him, like, dog, you know what's so crazy about that situation? Like, the one that I had to break up, like, it had carried on for, like, it wasn't even, like, that short time. It had carried over. Like, I actually had to stay over the night to, like, make sure, like, shit was, like, cool.
That'd be crazy, bro. But shit really get like that.
Shit get like that. Shit get like that, bro. Like, so, like,
I'm just wondering why nobody in his direct crew was like, yo, like,
they whack for that shit.
This nigga had 2 big ass security guards. One of them couldn't be like,
and
hey,
they just
bro,
letting this man pick him up.
Yeah,
like,
they
pick him up
following
and drag
them.
him.
They following them.
if I'm in his circle, then yeah, like nah, dog, we not doing that. Being
That's
that
just
I
crazy,
done handled a situation like that before, like it's natural instinct. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a natural instinct thing to just, and then it's your boy, and then it's a female involved too. It's like, no, dog, you can't be doing no shit like that, dog.
That shit
like,
crazy to
nah,
me,
that
bro.
shit is wild. You out of pocket.
That's
And it's sad to say, like, you don't know what he be doing, like, behind closed doors.
That shit crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, hands registered now.
Yeah, it is. But his security guard was I'm pretty sure that he has yoked niggas up before. Like Gervonta just ain't piecing them up.
Number 5'5".
You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't about to just piece this man up. Like you could have just easily like separated them two, and if they wanted to walk off, then yeah. But like, dog, don't be grabbing her up like that. Like that nigga was wilding. When I seen that shit on the TL, I was like, what the fuck this nigga got going on?
What it looked like to me, it looked like Shorty came there with somebody else because
the nigga that was sitting next to her, like
slide.
this nigga, like
he slide up the cut.
yeah,
He's like,
like
shit, I'm not fighting Gervonta. The fuck?
but he looked like he was a big nigga too.
He was bigger than Gervonta, but at the end of the day, I mean, I ain't saying I pussy now. Like I just want to preface it with this, but you gotta understand, like when random niggas step into shit like this, we don't know what we stepping into.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I'm not saying Gervonta or anything, but it's kind of like I step into a situation. Yeah, I'm doing the right thing, and I have done this before. But you got to understand, niggas putting their lives on the line. You don't know what the fuck could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've been in a situation where I've seen a girl get roughed up in public, and I break the situation up. And everything's cool, granted, but who's to say that this nigga just wouldn't have got mad at me and shot me up just because I did that? You know what I'm saying? Now what?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like, I'm not saying it's a slippery slope because I'm gonna always be on the right side of this shit, but like trying to throw people under the bus for something that you wouldn't do yourself, it's just I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just where I'm at with that. But yeah, Gervonta Wilder, bro.
I seen Jordan say on Twitter, a lot of y'all talking about what y'all did to Gervonta, but y'all be getting skipped in the barbershop. That shit was hilarious.
Niggas scared to speak up for themselves at the basketball court, but you was gonna fight Gervonta in public.
The barbershop scene be wild. Like if a nigga next and you just letting another nigga
I'm
go in
gonna
front
keep
of
it a
you.
buck with you. That's never happened to me at the barber. My barber would be like, "Hey, nah, you not next, Mo next." Like my barber would say that. So I've never had to be like, "Nah," like I've never had to do that before. Now the basketball court, I've seen it get ugly for niggas out there. Oh yeah, I got next. Niggas been there for 2 hours dribbling the ball, but you just niggas mad niggas giving him. He don't want to speak up for himself.
Mm-hmm.
That's your MCM though.
Man Crush Monday.
Yeah, Man Crush Monday got
MCE.
He got terrible speaking skills.
Oh man, but yeah, Gervonta, clean that shit up, man. That shit is not right, man.
I know, man.
Can't be yoking up them females like that, man.
That's nasty, man. You shouldn't let nobody get you to that point, bro. For real.
I always say, you let a female get you to that point, bro, you gotta leave her.
I don't even think they was together though. It looked like she was there with somebody else.
I'm talking about you in a relationship.
Oh, right.
Because that ain't healthy for you.
Yeah, that ain't healthy.
She taking
for
you
yeah.
some places you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
No female you love should ever get you to
I
the
just
point
saw some
of that,
wild
bro.
tweets around that situation. I was like, I ain't gonna speak on none of it because the shit's wrong. But I just saw a lot of wild tweets on both sides.
Oh yeah, some females talking about how they was attracted to it and
yeah. That's crazy.
They was attracted, turned them on and all kind of shit. Like okay.
We've all been dragged out of a party like that. That shit ain't cool.
That shit wild.
That shit ain't cool. Like that shit ain't cool. I've seen that happen now, but that shit ain't cool. Like that shit is not cool.
That shit is wild.
I don't know how, I don't know, man. Women need help, bro. But what's next, man?
We got next. I think that's about it, man.
Who's your Super Bowl picks, man?
I think Niners got it. I'm staying with that. Bless you.
Thank you. Shit.
Bless you, bro. My money on the Niners too, man. I put some money on them.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a toss up, man. I say the Chiefs, but man, something about that Chiefs defense that's suspect to me, man. The Niners can run that fucking ball, and they got defense, so they can make it tough for Patrick Mahomes.
A little more
they gonna win.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been seeing a lot of blowout scores on the Chiefs side, and I'm not buying that.
I ain't buying that.
But if they get blown out, it's really because the Niners defense did not show up. Like, they picked the wrong day not to show up.
Yeah,
but I honestly feel the Niners can control the game because they can run that fucking ball, dog. Like,
that's what it's gonna come down to. It's a Super Bowl.
But if it come down to QB play, of course I got to go with Patrick. But I just don't see the Chiefs stopping the run. I think the Chiefs will want to get in the shootout if it come down to it.
That's that they're gonna have to play it.
Jimmy's had looked very comfortable this year. Like he looked.
He got into the shootout with the Saints and he held his own.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, but also we've already seen that Kansas City, you can run the ball against Kansas City, and that's why it's gonna play in the favor because against Seattle, Jimmy he threw probably 20 times, 20 attempts. He didn't really have to throw the ball against
20,
Seattle.
10.
Yeah, 10. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like. He didn't really have, the running game was there, so run the damn ball. But I think he's comfortable. You know, he's coming from the Patriots. Tom Brady with the quick five ins, 5 outs, 10-yard routes, posters. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a smart player. Like he's not going for the gusto every single play. You know what I'm saying? And his tight end's nice. Kettle's nice.
They both got good tight ends.
They both got good tight ends.
But the other thing is,
Niners, it's going to come down to the line of scrimmage. Who's controlling
that
the
defense, though, man? If he gets going,
and they can get to the quarterback without blitzing. So
that's what I'm saying. Like they don't gotta rush. They don't gotta rush the box, bro. Like they can just play off the line, my nigga. Like the Niners got a real defense, bro. And people always want to say, well, you know, it is Patrick Mahomes, but at the end of the day, like traditionally, from what I've seen, defense wins Super Bowls. Like, you need a quarterback that's going to, get you up the field and control the field, but you also going to need, when you get to this game right here, you're going to need both sides of the ball to step up.
Yes, sir.
So that's what I got to go. I got the Niners, man.
I feel you. I'm just going to toss up, man. I just want a good game. But
it's going to be a good game regardless.
My gut tell me the Niners might win it. That's what my gut telling me. But as far as like a pick, I can't really pick, man. This has been probably one of the most even match Super Bowls we had in a minute.
Yeah, it has.
Because a lot of things offset. Like, granted, the Niners got the defense, but Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes can make some shit happen, so you never know. And then the O-line versus the D-line of the Niners, and, it's just going to – if they can establish that run, it's going to be a long, because them being down 24-0 to the Niners is different being down 24-0 to the Texans. I can tell you that. Like, you get down 24-0 to the Niners, it's
a hole. That's a hole right there because you got to fight that defense and you got to fight
that offense.
Got to fight that offense.
Yep.
So
I don't know, man. I hope it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be beautiful weather. I see 65 degrees, no clouds.
We on our overcast shit.
No clouds.
Okay.
Sunny. 65. I know it's perfect. I know it's getting busy, about to be busy out there.
Miami been going up this week too.
You see them boys strapping in the street.
Yeah, I saw them boys. Them boys say them girls from Atlanta. They say, what state these girls right here flew in from?
I also been seeing the notices about people, overstaying their welcome because, they trying to live outside their means.
Uh-oh.
Spending their rent money on Miami weekend, knowing
that's what they said. That fight was over. They said that fight was over. Who got the mattress that night in the room? I understand girls now. I've seen niggas do this too, but for the most part, it'd be 10 girls in one room. Who got that bed that night? Bitch, I've been walking all day.
That shit, wow, man. Yeah, man. Don't ever try to live outside your means, man.
Just don't go.
You can
have a lit function at the house.
You got to be to work on Monday. You ain't putting no PTO.
Come on, bro. Don't play yourself, man. Don't never let Instagram trick you off the streets, man.
Facts.
Don't never do that.
That's crazy though. But I think it's gonna be a good Super Bowl, man. I hope it is.
Yeah, man.
I hope it is. I enjoy the commercials, but it's just people really get hyped still. Do people still really get hyped for commercials?
I only saw people slandering PETA for their Super Bowl commercial when they had all the animals taking a kneel. And it was like, bitch, how the fuck? What the fuck is y'all talking about? Like, how these niggas? Y'all trying to put these niggas? Cause y'all know what the knee was originally for. So now y'all saying animals deserve the same right too?
And
Like,
the niggas kneeling for animals. I'm
the crazy part is we've already been shown that animal lives matter more than black lives.
1,000%.
So
Speaking
I don't even know what the
of-
fuck the commercial what was the commercial for. We've seen this shit before. Y'all still slandering Mike Vick. So what are we even talking about?
Y'all watch that 30 for 30
I watched
part
it 30
one?
for 30. I watched it. I didn't know how I felt about it at first. I felt it was a little.
That shit was
No,
good.
I liked it. Now I was like, damn, they talk about a lot of his.
For 2 hours, and it's gonna be another 2-hour one on the 6th.
They was talking a lot of negatives about his game too, and I get it. So I was, I'm.
But the crazy thing was, every throw that they showed was a wide receiver dropping a fucking pass.
exactly. That's what I was like. I didn't know how to. At one point, I was like, I didn't know how to feel about this shit, bro.
It's always been this way, though. If you even watch this nigga live, like, nigga, this is how it was. He had shit-ass receivers who had no hands. But everything goes against this man, though. Like, it's crazy to me. You got the receivers have to be held accountable for not having hands. Like, that's just it. If that shit touches your hands, you're taught to.
You gotta catch it.
You
Exactly.
gotta catch it, man. But hit that bread box, you gotta catch that bitch, bro.
Like,
100%.
I really appreciate the part, like the rise of Mike Vick, like, and how I remember watching a national championship game. He fucked up Pauly's leg. We had 2 players actually lead the game with knee injuries because this nigga was cutting up on the field. But
Hey, Vic was a monster at Virginia Tech.
He was,
bro.
man. He
oh
was.
my god,
He
bro.
was. I think 2000 had.
I feel blessed being able to watch shit like that when I was growing up.
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Like,
Just
for
how
real.
him being in Atlanta was just like
A match made in heaven.
it was, but it was like where else could he would have been at?
I don't think he would have been able to be who he was on any other team, though.
Like that shit was crazy. It was just like in the rise of Atlanta music, like just how they had Ludacris on there, and it was just it was a match made in heaven, man. Like Mike, like his jersey really was like in every hood.
Nigga,
It's
I
red,
had
it's red
three.
and black. Anything red and black, niggas are fucking with.
Like
And the fact is Mike Vick, like niggas on.
listen.
When they switched over to that new jersey that they had, oh my god, bro, that was hot. That all red one, that alternate red. Oh my god, bro.
And he had
Come on, dog.
the shoes drop, the Nike shoes.
Oh, the Nike, the Vicks. Come on, bro.
With the strap.
Come on, man. The Michael Vick experience commercial. Come on, bro.
That shit been hard, bro. That was a hard ass commercial.
Come on, bro. That should have been a real thing, dog.
Right.
That should have been so real, bro.
But if you think, man, what Mike's career would have like to me, and I know they're gonna talk about it on the second part, but like when he came back for Philly, that's what I felt Mike would have got to before he went to jail.
Yeah.
Because that was a perfect. He wasn't so dependent on his legs, knowing
Nah.
he had them. Like that year, he should have been MVP. I know Brady won it, but
No, Vic was deserving. He was very
should have
deserving.
been MVP that year, bro.
Like from watching that first game, like I was like, "Oh my god, this shit is amazing, bro."
Yeah,
that
bro, like,
2010 season, bro. When that nigga, oh my god,
Mike was just getting busy, bro, and it was just like it was effortless. It was like he knew he had legs, but all he had to do was
He wanted to shut up the critics.
move a little bit to the left or right, and he can avoid everything and still throw shit on a dime. Then he had Macklin, Deshaun Jackson, McCoy, like
young Deshaun.
dog. Like, listen, them Eagles 2010 was Mike Vick
That was a monster
peak.
receiving core, bro.
That was peak Mike Vick, and just to think what he would have been with Atlanta had he not gone to jail, like, because I remember them 2 years he was out of football, 07, 08. And they hurry ahead and got Matt Ryan back. And then he came back 09, he was backing up Donovan McNabb. They only threw him in on a couple plays.
Yeah.
Then 2010, remember, they started this season with Kevin Cobb, but he got hurt against the Packers. They lost that game, but then they won like 10 straight after that.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, man, this nigga Mike Vick done really hit his peak. Like, he really maximized his game because he even admitted, like, bro, I ain't never used to study like that. Like, I used to, like,
just rely on talent.
on talent.
And I let you know, like niggas be nice, bro.
Yeah, but
God
you can't
given.
That's like gifts from the gods, bro. Like for real,
But
bro.
if you can match the smarts with
yeah,
your
when
talent,
you put the brains with that's when you get to another level.
and
with
look
this
what we
shit.
saw. Mike was unstoppable 2010. Yeah, they lost in the playoffs, but
That was
a
an
different
amazing
animal.
season to watch.
Yeah,
Though.
that was an amazing season to watch from him. I think he only threw like 5 picks.
Niggas couldn't talk about Mike Vick, bro. Niggas wanted to slander Mike Vick so bad that year, bro.
You know what I wanted that year? I wanted the NFC Championship game between the Falcons and Eagles
Oh my god,
in the Georgia Dome.
that would have been a monster.
Oh man,
That would've
and
been
Mike
monster.
winning that bitch in the Georgia Dome against his former team.
Come on,
sick.
bro.
Niggas would have been sick, bruh. That would have been epic. I would have loved that to happen, but we all know what happened. So I'm very interested to see how part 2 come out because I'm still feeling some type of way about that house that he bought, man. He had all these niggas living in. Like, that's the only critique I have about Mike. Like,
he ain't had no real niggas around him, man.
Mike could have put his instead of being a bank, he could have been like the foundation for them to build businesses, and because he had the money. He had the money. He wasn't even worried about the police. Like, he had people telling him, like, hey, man, whatever y'all doing over there, like, y'all need to stop that shit. And he was like, oh, we ain't worrying about it. So I'm interested to see how part 2 come out. But I always felt like with that dog fighting shit, Mike shouldn't have took all that shit on his shoulders.
There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell
Especially
that
with all them boys around him.
There's no way in hell my cousin is a franchise player, a franchise talent in the league, and I'm letting him go down for some shit that in a house that I'm living in. That don't make no sense to me, bro. Mm-hmm. That don't make no sense to me at all, bro. There's no way in hell Mike Vick was going to jail if it was my cousin, bro. Or my people, period.
You believe when certain people say, like, that should be good for them going to jail?
Nah, not all the time. Not in Mike Vick case.
He
wasn't supposed to go to jail.
Mike said he felt like that shit was good for him because it settled him down.
It probably was good because it showed him who was there for him and who wasn't there for him.
We got a lot of fuck niggas.
It did. We got a lot of fuck niggas, but at the same time, bro, that shit should have never happened. Something like that. Mm-hmm. Period. Not when you coming into like the best years of your career, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, nah, that wasn't supposed to happen like that. Like, we got robbed.
Definitely did, especially as a black community. Like,
we got robbed, bro.
I remember how nasty
I remember knowing that
shit.
Mike was about to go to jail. I was like, bro, this ain't right, bro. Like, this is not right at all.
And I'm not saying I'm like, of course, we're not saying like dog fighting is cool and none of that shit, but like the extremes that Mike went through for that shit, y'all done. There's people who's done worse, and y'all light bars with it, like real light. And I just remember literally being in the outlet the week before that shit happened and the week after, and just seeing Nike had stripped his campaign, like just took everything down because Mike was on top of Nike at that time. Like,
I used to work at Nike at that point. We had a big Mike Vick thing. I remember we took that shit off. We didn't pull the shoes, but we marked them shit down to like $20 a piece. So I remember I bought 2 pairs. I don't know where them shit's at right now, but I bought 2 pairs of the Vic Force.
That whole shit was nasty, man.
I was like,
it was
bro,
nasty.
this shit's going crazy right now. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it, bro. Hey, but on some real shit though, like I'm not trying to like, say nothing was wrong with the dog fighting shit. But I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. Like growing up, like I've been to several dog fights. I didn't know it was like so looked down upon and illegal because it's so normalized growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know how severe it was.
I didn't know that they would kill the dogs.
I didn't know that neither.
That's because Mike was killing them, right?
No,
if they lost,
if they got too injured, I mean, it's kind of like the racehorse like shit. Like, once they get too old or once they can't really perform like that, like
they put them down.
They be in pain. You know what I'm saying? They be getting injuries now. Like them should be, So it's like kind of putting them out their misery.
How many dogs did they dig up at Mike's house?
I don't know. It was a good bit though. It was a good bit. But the thing is, like, with this whole dog fighting shit is just like I didn't know like how how looked down.
I didn't know how severe it was until the Mike Vick case came out.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know because like I said, like I've been to a couple myself. I just didn't know. Like, and even like how you get to a dog fight, it's like weird. Like it's some real underground shit. So for them to get caught, like I didn't understand how that shit was going on like that. I just never got it.
Then his dad had an interview and he was talking. Didn't his dad kind of like put him under the bus too?
Everybody in his family put him under the bus except for his girl, bro. That shit was crazy. Man, I was watching, so I was like, bro, people ain't really been down for him. I think Marcus hold it down, but everybody been on some fuck shit, bro. Like I never understood.
I do remember his dad was like, it was some crazy shit. It was some other people too. I just can't remember the exact words they was saying. Like that whole shit was just it went down nasty. It went down nasty, man. Mike ain't had to go down like that how he did. And I remember when he came back and they was talking about teams that would possibly pick him up. And that was 2009. That was like 10 years ago, bro. Uh-huh. Like, I can't believe it.
Yeah,
and it was
a decade
like
ago, bro.
Mike was, 29, 30 years old, so he still had some good time left. And it was like, motherfuckers really didn't want him back in the league. And it was like, y'all tripping.
And it's crazy because when he signed that deal with the Steelers, like, you had all the fans protesting. And then I think around the same time, Ben still had another open rape case.
That was 2015.
So I was like, bro, what the fuck are we talking about right now, bro?
Pick and choose, man. Racist.
Yeah. That's what
Like they had like actual like, oh, he's a murderer and all the other stuff, but your franchise quarterback has an open rape case. I think that was the second one.
Yeah.
I know Mike was called all type of niggas around that time.
Come on, bro.
Peter was out there wilding.
And but he also did that little interview when they did like the walkthrough of the house and like where the kennel was and all this shit. Like that was the most degrading thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Somebody really possibly do. Like Vic, you can see on his face he did not want to do this shit. Like, but he had to do this shit. He was like, and there was like a little collar or something hanging up on the fence. He was like, oh, look. And the guy doing the interview was like, look, there's a collar. He was like, yeah, that was a collar probably for a dog that was really hurt, and I feel so bad. Like, oh, Vic, please, bro.
Real talk, bro.
If this is your culture. This is where you come from. We've all seen. I mean, I grew up where niggas was chicken fighting and
exactly
fighting,
like I'm saying, like we grew up around this type of shit, so I didn't know. Like it was an eye opener for me. Like when the show was going, I was like, I didn't really know this shit was this. Like and niggas fight dogs in all cultures. Niggas fight chickens in all cultures. Yeah. Like I just didn't know. How looked down upon it was like that.
White people started that shit.
Yeah, I didn't know white people like really revered pets like that. Like until a black man got caught doing it. I just never,
They started that shit, man. They started doing that shit, and that shit go way, way back.
Like y'all, like
way back. You ever seen Roots?
Yeah, let me like. That's what I'm saying. Like we degrading this man for fighting dogs, but y'all used to fight us. We still ain't getting no formal apology for that. So it's just like I just don't understand, bro. Like,
bro, that's why like that scene in Django,
yeah,
when the two slaves was fighting to the death, and it was like, bro, like it's like you done well. Go ahead and get this man like something to drink and like a
plate of food and
plate of food. I'm like, bro, like
that he had to eat barehanded. Shit, crazy, bro.
Them boy they sick the dogs on the one who didn't want to fight no more. When he was hiding up in the tree and shit. Shit's nasty. Tore him up. Nasty. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to part 2 of that documentary. Mike Vick definitely changed the game, especially for black quarter. I still think him and Cam is the only black quarterbacks to go number 1. I think.
Number 1 overall.
Number 1 overall,
I don't think nobody else did that.
RG3 went 2.
Yeah, RG3 went 2.
Shout out to Lamar Jackson, man.
Yeah, he won MVP last night.
MVP.
Unanimous.
Went from being what was like the last quarterback picked? Was it last pick?
Last pick in the first round.
Yeah. That man, I remember watching that draft. That man was hurt.
Yeah, he was sick.
That man was hurt behind that, bro. That man was hurt coming. Them boys trying to... I like how they handled Lamar Jackson in college and coming into the draft, bro. That's something I always
passes. They get passes more for the white QBs if they're athletic at that position. Like they don't really do it. They do it for every single black. The only quarterback I can say that they didn't want him to play quarterback was Eric Crouch. That was the only one, and he was damn near a Heisman candidate at Nebraska. I remember him. He was damn near like that. He was an animal at quarterback. That's all I remember. Like he was agile as fuck, had an arm, everything, but it was like they wanted him to play wide receiver. And he was like, "No, I'm not doing it." So that's the only white quarterback that I can say that had athletic ability that they questioned. Everybody else, are you gonna play wide receiver, quarterback? They was
handling my boy Lamar dirty, bro. Yeah. I don't like that shit, bro. I remember tweeting this several times. I was like, I hope when Lamar get in the league that he kills that quarterback, and look what he had now. Like, man's an MVP. Mm-hmm. So, shout out to him, bro. Like, for real.
Shout out to Flacco for getting the fuck on through.
Hey, Flacco got paid and was like, yo, I ain't got nothing else. I got nothing else for y'all. I got nothing else for y'all.
Flacco out.
Hey, I done got me a bowl. I got me a Super Bowl. I got nothing else for y'all niggas, bro. Right. Y'all paid me. It's cool. Like, we good. We good. I'm not coming to play no more. I've mentally checked out of football. For real. Hey, but can you really be mad at Joe Flacco? Like, can you really?
I cannot. I really can't.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. When we played the Ravens, I think we was in Baltimore. Was we in Baltimore when he put that ball right on that man's hands in the end zone? Mm-hmm. I was like, bro, we lost.
Y'all couldn't stop the run.
I said, bro, we lost that game. Anquan Bolden was tearing us up that game.
What?
Oh my God, bro.
Yes, he was.
Man.
I'm fucking loud.
Anquan was just going over everybody.
Anquan was eating. I ain't even mad at that. Hey, but what else, man? We done here? We good?
Yeah, we pretty much wrapped up, man.
All right, man. Y'all boys continue to be safe. Everybody listening. Hold on, man. Me shout out my little brother, man. Shout out my brother Devin. It's your birthday. Valentine's Day, Groundhog's baby. Hey, it's a lot to say, but happy birthday to my little brother, man. Much love. Any other shout outs y'all got or anything?
Yeah, shout out to Mac
shout out
for
my dog,
getting his LLC.
I don't know how I forget about that, but yeah.
For his cannabis business. Shout out to him. That's major.
Big business, no business suits, man. That's
Shout out
the
to
type
Mick
of
for
time
that.
I'm on, bro. Shout out to the OG. Anything else? We good?
Man, just shout out to all the listeners, man, who continue to listen to us. Always.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's the type of time I'm on, man. Be safe. Appreciate one another. This was a rough week for us all, but
and once again, R.I.P. to Kobe and Gigi Bryant.
Yeah, man.
Show's dedicated to them. And yeah, that's about it, man.
Hey, if you hear anything on this show that gets you in your feelings, it feels what kind of way, always remember.
We're just messages.
We out.